Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, General Hospital Diaries. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. The first investigation begins with the unmistakable feeling that things are not as they seem. At the heart of it is a disappearance, an abduction that strikes straight at the core of the Scorpio Falconeri legacy. Anna Devane is missing, spirited away under circumstances that suggest the hand of a past adversary, and once again Port Charles is on high alert. On the monitor in Anna's last known location, a voice whispered, "It's me." The voice brought immediate fear, even though the face was obscured. Was it Caesar Faison returning? Or someone manipulating memories, ghosts of the past to torment her? Anna's friends and allies mobilize fast. Felicia Scorpio takes on the lead of the search, but she is confronted with fragments, clues that point more to a trap than a rescue. A case that begins as a missing person situation quickly escalates into something far more sinister. Someone wants leverage, someone wants to control the narrative. Anna is not only a key player in the spy world past, she is a symbol of courage for Port Charles. Her disappearance rattles everyone. Brennan summons Jocelyn Jax. He reminds Joss that she's signed up for the game of deception, to infiltrate, to observe, to report. He sets the assignment: get closer to her uncle, Dr. Lucas Jones, to glean everything possible about his relationship with new partner Marco Rios. In Betrayal's Shadows, the assignment is clear. Lucas's vulnerabilities might yield answers. Joss's protest comes quietly. Are all my assignments going to involve lying to my family? Brennan's response is detached. This is the life you chose. The message hangs in the air like frost. Jocelyn is torn, not because she doubts her uncle, but because she doubts herself. Can she cross the line from niece to informant without losing what matters? The inner conflict is real. Duty versus loyalty, truth versus deception. Meanwhile, Brennan's ice-cold exterior signals one thing: no sentimentality, only strategy. He views the case not just as an investigation, but as a move in a larger chess game. In the midst of the turmoil of investigations, we turn to another story, the personal favor that may have big consequences. Britt Westbourne approaches Portia Robinson. Her tone, light, almost casual. "I just need a teeny tiny favor," Britt says. But teeny tiny in Britt speak always means something larger. Portia knows that. Britt's favor requests often come wrapped in half-smiles and hidden agendas. At the same time, Lucas is dealing with his own turmoil. His relationship with Marco Rios is advancing. Marco asks the question, "Would you move in with me at Windmere?" It's a surprise, but one with intention. For Marco, it's a sign of commitment. For Lucas, it triggers alarm bells. Is this too fast? Is this a rebound or something real? His inner voice whispers, what about Brad? Brad Cooper's shadow lingers. Old wounds, old betrayals. Ava Jerome, always candid, sees Lucas's hesitation and pushes him. Don't let your past destroy your future. Lucas knows he's at the brink. Accept Marco's offer and he takes a big leap of faith, not only into Marco's home, but into a new way of being. Reject it and risk losing what might be his only chance at something lasting. His mind flips between yes, I'm ready, and I'm terrified. Back at the Q Mansion, families gather. Brooklyn Quartermain and Ned Quartermain sit with Michael Corinthos, talking strategy, worrying futures. And then in walks Giovanni Gio Palmieri, wise beyond his years, a young man who sees things differently. Brooklyn hints they may need Joe's help. Gio, always composed, suggests things will work out, then shifts the focus. Family is more than business. Joe's presence is a calm in the storm, but even calm can carry an undercurrent of change. Meanwhile, at the same mansion, Tracy Quartermain summons Veronica Ronnie Bard, to face an apology. It's an admission of failure and a plea for unity. Tracy, ambitious and headstrong, sees that she may have pushed one ally too far. Ronnie arrives cautious, unmoved at first, but then she senses sincerity. A shift happens. Ice between them cracks just a bit. Family, business, legacy, they're all intertwined. Tracy's shift signals something deeper. Perhaps growth, perhaps strategy, or perhaps fear that without Ronnie in the fold, the foundation will shake. Now let's circle back to Brennan. because his investigation is more than surveillance. In his office, he flips through reports, connections between Marco Rios and Sidwell. The firm of Sidwell enters the conversation. The ghost of past crimes, global intrigue, hidden enemies. Brennan knows that if Lucas and Marco are tangled in this, then Jocelyn's assignment is just the beginning. He watches her leave his office and thinks, the mission doesn't end when she's done reporting. It escalates. Jocelyn returns to Lucas's orbit, attends events with him, shares dinners. She watches Marco's interactions, notes his ease, his confidence, his insinuation of control. Marco casually mentions living arrangements, Windmere, and Lucas feels the weight of decision. Jocelyn reports back to Brennan. It's happening fast. He's asking all the right questions. Lucas is hesitant. Brennan nods silently. This is what he wanted. The hesitation signals vulnerability. While all of this is happening, the second investigation, outside of law enforcement, is in full motion. Felicia, Jordan, Jen Sidwell. They coordinate. Jordan holds conference calls with Sidwell's insider Jens. There's talk of a backup plan. They suspect that Sidwell's DNR goes far beyond contracts, far beyond money. It hits deep into Port Charles's past. Kidnappings, psychological warfare, spies in plain sight. Anna is the nexus. And Anna's disappearance opens a floodgate. The past isn't past. Felicia uncovers a clue. The speaker hiding a voice. The echo of, it's me. Anna heard it. Was it really Faison? Or someone disguised? Either way, the implication is the same. Anna has information they want. And if Anna doesn't comply, then fear will be used. The team races to recover her, but the enemy is aware they're being chased. That means traps, misdirection, hidden cameras. Port Charles becomes a chessboard where every move may be watched. Meanwhile, Britt's favor request is no side plot. It's intertwined. Britt needs information that could assist one of these investigations, or derail it. She doesn't say so, but her request to Portia seems innocent. Yet Portia knows Britt and that favor could tip the balance. Portia agrees, but only after warning. This has to be transparent. Britt smirks says otherwise. Wrestling with the decision at hand, confides in Ava. Ava is blunt. She sees the pattern. Lucas has been upbeat, but distant, guarded. She says, Marco's solid, but you have to be sure you aren't just patching over the past. Lucas nods. The past with Brad Cooper still stings. His feelings of guilt, the loss, the betrayal, all of it linger. Ava points out, rebound or not, you need to choose you. Lucas watches the phone screen where Marco's message glows. Can we talk tonight about Windmere? His breath catches. At the Quartermain meeting, Gio asks Ned, what's the play? Ned shrugs. Brooklyn says, family business, Gio. But also survival. Gio smiles, knowing more than anyone admits. His role is evolving, youth with wisdom, power without desire. His involvement may be the secret wild card. Back to Brennan. He flips the file on Sidwell versus Marco. He knows there's something bigger than a simple real estate acquisition. Sidwell has history, ghosts from Europe, whispers of Cassadine connections, hidden caches of data. Lucas's access gives them a way in. Jocelyn's assignment gives them a way in. And Marco's offer to Lucas? That gives them leverage. Brennan's expression remains cold. No warmth, no hesitation. In the meantime, Anna is somewhere listening to silence, maybe the hum of a hidden speaker. She tries to focus, tries to piece memory together. The voice, the taunt, the promise of returning. She thinks of Felicia, of all she's done. She thinks of her friends. She thinks of a life of service. But right now she's vulnerable. And in vulnerability, risk is high. Over at Portia's office, Britt slides a file across the desk. Portia raises her eyebrows. You said it's a small favor. Britt shrugs. Just a check on some medical records. Routine. Portia narrows her eyes. She sees Britt's hand hovering. She can feel the tension in the air. She signs. Britt thanks her. Portia sits back and wonders, what game are you playing? But she doesn't ask, because once you're in with Britt Westbourne, backing out is harder than you think. Lucas stands at his apartment window, phone in hand. He sees the city lights of Port Charles beyond the horizon. He thinks of Marco. He thinks of move-in. He thinks of possibilities. Then he thinks of pain, of history, of loss. He takes a breath. He sends Marco a message. Can we talk tomorrow? Marco replies instantly, sure. Let's meet at Windmere. Lucas swallows. Elsewhere, Tracy pulls Ronnie aside in the mansion's hallway. She says, I realized I pushed you too far. You're not just a hired help, you're family. Ronnie's response is guarded, but she sees the sincerity in Tracy's eyes. For the first time in a long while, Ronnie allows hope to peek in. They embrace, just for a moment. In a house of walls, that moment is everything. Felicia and Jordan converge in a secure location. They lay out options. We can go in force, or we can create distractions. Jordan says, I want fewer casualties. Felicia responds, then Anna's extraction must be fast. Jen Sidwell monitors from afar. The checkpoint at Windmere? That doubles as a staging ground. The lines between investigation and infiltration blur. Back in Brennan's office, he calls Jocelyn. Report in. Her voice over the speaker. I've found something. Marco's planning a move. He's offering Lucas the house. He's installing upgrades. He's really doing it. Brennan whispers, good. Document everything. He cuts the call. He leans back. He allows a single thought. Checkmate. In the lobby of Windmere, Lucas arrives. Marco greets him at the door. Welcome. The house is immaculate. The ambience refined. Marco says, I want you here because you matter. Lucas studies him. He wonders, honesty or seduction? Marco shows him the bedroom, the study, the view. We can build something here. Lucas nods, but inside he's screaming. Reality or facade? At Portia's hospital office, a computer screen flickers. Medical records open. Brad, Lucas, surgery, anomalies. Portia remembers conversations with Isaiah. No mistakes, he said. But the database shows flagged items. Portia doesn't yet tell Britt what she's seen. She sits silent, heart pounding. Did I just authorize a cover-up? The dominoes are set. Investigations converge. The favor is a lever. The relationship is a test. Brennan's cold glare sweeps the room. In a single moment, Port Charles may shift. History meets present. Loyalties are tested. Favors demand payment. Missions become personal. And Anna? Somewhere a phone beeps. A shadow moves. She breathes. She remembers. The voice, it's me, echoes. She grips the floor. She says aloud, I will fight. The detective in her awakens. The warrior in her rises. At Brooklyn's meeting, Gio stands. He announces, family first, but transparency too. Ned looks at his sister. She meets his gaze. They nod. The Quartermain agenda shifts. Not just money, but purpose. Back with Lucas, he takes a step toward Marco. Marco reaches out. Lucas hesitates. Then he moves forward. The threshold crossed. The room glows. The future beckons, but past shadows linger. Under Brennan's watch, Jocelyn hits record. On her phone, voice memo. Notes, Lucas accepted. Marco's infrastructure. Sidwell connections. She presses stop. Uploads. Send. And sits back. Question, what happens next? Meanwhile, Britt watches from the hallway. Portia leaves. Britt enters the computer room. She taps keys. Files open. She smiles. Favor granted. Agenda moving. Felicia receives data. Jordan gives the go code. Tonight. The extraction team gears up. Windmere becomes a battleground of wits and strategy. At midnight, Lucas lies awake. He thinks of Marco, the house, and life. He thinks of Anna, Felicia, the investigations. He thinks of Jocelyn, the assignment. His phone buzzes. It's Brad. His heart skips. Brad's name blinking. A shadow from the past returns. Tracy looks at old photographs. Ronnie beside her. Gio playing. Legacy in frames. She turns the lights off. In darkness there is chance. In darkness there is truth. Brennan stands at the window of the PCPD. He watches the city lights. He thinks of moves ahead. Infiltration, alliance, extraction. He hears footsteps behind him. Jocelyn enters. She hands him a file. It's done. He accepts. Back to work. He does not smile. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.